now? Am I hearable? Can I be heard? I hope I can. I'm turning off my background music. Alright. So. Welcome. Let me make sure that my options are right. That I did my keybuttons right. And yep. Okay. Hello everyone. So we're gonna be playing Stanely Parable, which this is gonna be very fun. For I have not actually really seen anyone play this. Period. I've never been able to get through the entire thing after watching people. And now I am. So this is gonna be fun. Let's see what happens. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-bending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I don't think I want to step out yet. This is a fun little, I'd like to push the buttons on the keyboard. Why can't I do that? Whoa, I glide fast. Why do I glide so quickly? I glide and then like slide. I slid slightly.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Shut up, narrator. Why is this just a sharpener? Why can't I move? Oh, I know why. The keyboard decided we need to I stalk everyone. That's something I do. I just stalk my way around. Can't open doors. Can I turn this off? Username access? Haha, 420. I want to go in there. Do I get in there? But there's papers everywhere. I need to clean that up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which way is left? Which way's left? I actually forgot. Hold on. The left is the one you can make an L with, right? So this one's left. Right? Am I dumb? Is this one left? Or is this one left? Because left is the L. I'm pretty sure. Right? Am I being dumb? Like, is this left? Is that not? Is that one left? Like, why am I struggling? Well, do you know your lefts and rights either? I don't know my lefts and rights. I think this is left. I'm pretty sure this one's left. What happens if I go right? I don't like the narrator. I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Click all the buttons. Click all the doors, click all the buttons.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I love it.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I got it.
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
I
in
got
the
an
room.
achievement for
Room
pushing
so
the
utterly
space button too many
captivating
times.
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's so worth it. I love it here. Coffee nut.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What? That's so
But at
mean.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
But chair. Do I want to listen to him or do I go chair mode? Because, like, yeah, sure, this is what I should do. But there's a chair there. There's a chair. You can't go wrong with a chair. You can never go wrong with a chair, man. Like, it's a chair. Look how good it is.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Chair. I love how they got rid of that. They disabled the thing. Ah! I grabbed the hang by accident. Oopsies. Okay, there we go. Things are fixed. Everything's fine. I'm not listening to him. I'm not listening.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't like
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who is her?
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
I don't talk
If you
to
can
women.
truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. Not happening. I won't. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Can I pick up the phone? Oh, it's E. Where the fuck am I?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Ah!
All right. Okay, there we go.
I don't know what's happening, man. I've never seen this before, genuinely.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point
You
here,
literally
Stanley.
have.
I'm
You
trying
are
to get
called
you
the
to see
narrator. You
something.
do this
Come
just
inside.
because I exist.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
The game is not called the narrator parable. It is called Stanley. It is not me. Can I move now? I can move now.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen his life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
I'm pretty sure
And
that was
each
like
day that he
nautical, wasn't
returned
it,
to
that
work
he did?
was a reminder that none of it would
Bro,
ever
I'm
happen
getting
to him.
claustrophobic in this room, and it's not like changing or
And
anything.
so
I'm
he
just
began
like.
to fantasize about his own job.
What's
First,
TV?
he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped out
The
from his
TV went
desk
away. It's
to
now a
realize
clock.
that all
The
of his
TV's
coworkers,
a clock
his
now. Oh,
boss,
that's a.
everyone
Oh,
in the
my
building
house is
had
slowly
suddenly
becoming
vanished
the
off the
4/7
face of the
thing.
earth.
Because I've been
The
pushing
thought
buttons. I haven't been paying
excited him
attention.
terribly.
I'll spend time with the boys,
So
sure.
he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful
I don't like
to
this
behold.
room. Let me leave. I don't like her. I don't want to prepare dinner. I don't want to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an
I
enormous
was right.
round
It's
room
slowly
with
taking things
monitors
away.
and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
No, I don't want to tell my kids my
It was
story.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path. Mustn't there
I
be?
don't like this
Perhaps if he
place.
played
Let me
just
out.
one more
Let me
time.
out. I don't love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
I don't wanna sleep. No.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer.
still there.
That as long as he remains here,
Oh, I can't
he's
move.
slowly
Wait, no,
killing
I
himself.
Can I move?
But he won't listen to
Is
me.
it my
He
keyboard or
won't
will he
stop.
not let me?
Here, watch
It's
this.
my keyboard.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, but I like.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see
What?
what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'm questioning everything. I don't like this room. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not pushing K. I'm not pressing K. You cannot make me press K. That's not happening. That's not happening. It has only been 19 minutes, almost 20, and I am already going insane. I'm not going to question nothing. I am questioning everything.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
What the fuck?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
What? But that is never the end. Fair. Let me freak, keyboard.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
My keyboard keeps trying to, like, just stop. And I don't like it. I don't like when it does this. Because it does it a lot. I want this one. Give me that one. I want that door to open. Keyboard! Thank you. Let me move. Let me move. Let me move! Thank you.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I like doors. I wanna get out of here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The back rooms, but with an annoying narrator.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Oh
room.
shit, wait,
and
no, that was
Stanley
the
knew
right door,
perfectly
wasn't it?
well. Perhaps
I
he wanted
meant
to
to
stop
go
by
through
the
the left
employee
that
lounge
time.
first, just to admire it.
I'm doing great. I'm doing so well. Oh, so well. Oh, so good. Oh, so progress.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Me like
Thank
cold
goodness
drinks.
Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, sure. I can take the first one down.
Stanley was so
Fuck.
bad at following
I can't
directions,
move.
it's
Damn it.
incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I guess we're going this path and see if anything changes. Gotcha. Down I go.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
I wanted to see
Stanley
if I
left
could
from
go
the
back
platform
after saying
and
hi to
plunged
the
his
chair,
death.
and I got
Good job, Stanley.
murdered.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. I am very powerful. Oh shit.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Is this normal? I don't think this is normal. Why? Are you so
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I wonder if I took these doors, because I haven't been in this hallway yet.
Yet there was not a single person
Tips
here
on not
either.
getting fired. Talk
Feeling
less,
a
do
wave of
unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing work
Stanley
all the time with
decided
no
to go
expectation
up
of
to his
promotion
boss's
recognition.
office,
Don't get
hoping
fired.
he might find an answer
How
there.
to solve a dispute with coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take out passive aggressive negatively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel at the text. I didn't read that bother. Everyone is unique. You most of all. If you say so. Number of slides on the slides, charts, and slides.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
I am
he seems
reading,
to think I have
sir.
nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such great terms.
Please no more sharks, I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. The boss appreciation minute worksheet is the boss appreciation specialist. Solving impersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, they decline to conflict less than why did we hire you? Success, transit, plant life, football, pollution, comatose, spring break, clear skin, hope, metamorphosis, travel. And we're just back to tips. Okay. Broom. I like broom.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I like broom. I like broom. 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 Broom.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around?
Messages. Who is trying to contact me while I'm streaming? This isn't nice, man. Peoples. I'll just put that there. Now I can see my Discord at the same time. It's not even people trying to message me. It's just servers, which are still loud, so I'm gonna turn my notifications off. Just go on Do Not Disturb, and now I won't be bothered. Let's go. Boom.
Doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm
broom closet.
Confused.
That's why. It's broom closet. Wouldn't you want a broom closet?
You do realize there's no choice or anything
broom
in here,
closet.
Right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Broom closet.
I never
I
would
don't
have
know.
thought to
Will he
mention
shut up?
it.
I don't know. He doesn't. Broom closet, broom closet, broom
Maybe
closet,
to
broom
you
closet,
this is
broom
somehow
closet.
its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the
Why
broom
is it
closet
purple?
ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this
I
concerning.
just like broom closet, man. I don't like the enclosed space. That's why I'm moving so
Stanley
fast.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
Wow.
probably only got the job
Okay,
because of a family
mean.
connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck, you dick?
Well, I've come
That's
to a
so
very definite
mean.
conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
What?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I was gonna do a death bit, but I'm really not up to that right now. I don't know why I listened to his entire chat.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Kinda want to see what else would happen though. Like, what else could happen? If I went back in the broom closet. Nah. I don't wanna. He's gonna get pissed on me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs to the boss's office. This is not the same place I was just in. That door does not look right. The real show of I don't know. I want the executive bathroom. Ah. Thought I needed to sneeze. Turns out I didn't. Let me in. Hello.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Why do I have a
What he
cursor?
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
I sure wonder what the
But of
PIN
course,
number is.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah. I don't know. What's a PIN number? Is there like a secret that I could find to find the PIN number? Is there any way I could, like, PIN number? Is it like in his briefcase thing?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What's the code? Guys, what's the code? Is it like 5420?
2845.
Maybe like 9710?
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Oh my
and Stanley got the
gosh!
hell along with
I
the story.
did that!
Well, whoop-de-doo.
I did that! I opened this. I figured out the code. It was that one. I already forgot what codes I had put in. What is this darkness? Why am I in darkness? See, that's ominous. That is very ominous. I don't like that. I also don't like when my keyboard decides I can't move anymore. Going down now.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I don't like how...
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now, No. No, I don't think I will. No, please. Let me... I can't go back up? Really? I can't go back up? Oh, fuck. I don't want to be down here. I don't like that. Escape? Yes, yes.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nah, that's not that bad. I wouldn't mind meeting my violent death, you know?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't want to. I don't want to go
At this
to
point,
the mine.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. I'd prefer that at this rate. And I go. I did it. Oh. Where am I? Ah.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plugging
I'm
the
just
eye
gonna hide.
from the
If
blind man.
I can't see it,
So
it can't
he
see
resigned
me. You know?
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
If I can't see it,
Farewell, Stanley.
if I can't see it can't see me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant,
What?
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Why isn't it doing that? Ah! What? 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 What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What? What? What is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? 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 Where am I? What is this? That is indeed filing cabinets and office computers, which are playing solitaire, and I turned it off. No more database, and no more whatever that is, I can't read. I don't know what's happening. That is an office clock. And this is the boss's... Oh! The final information of the boss's office and everything. Huh. Huh. There was a freedom ending. It could go up and down, but we abandoned when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed two endings together instead. Ah. I don't know what that is. Countdown desk, freedom ending. Exit. Well, I'm not done exploring yet. I don't want to exit now. Game design mock-up. Very interesting. Hey, look, it's my room. Stanley's office. That's also Stanley's office. I don't like that. And that's also... I don't like that room. Just a bunch of Stanley's office. The lounge. Early version. The office. Cargo lift. Early version. The second version is functionally the same as the final game, but we wanted it to look like a place where cargo is actually stored. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping on a different path. However, after the early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player jumping to their death. Apartment timer? The previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer could have given you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking the phone would lead to a different ending. Ooh. One option. One option. Two options, vent. I'm learning so much about the game that I haven't even fully played. What is this? Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending. We thought it was complete and decided to abandon and change shortly after launch. This game ended. We had an ending that only ended. One player restarted from the game menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. What is this? A button. Why'd it go away? Can't move. Why I stopped moving? I'm back here. Okay. So we go to the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What do you mean? What? I don't know anything about this game.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I mean,
No.
no.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
If I can't see it, it can't see me. And it worked. I'm definitely alive. The game's still running. So, do I, do I get a game or, I'm guessing I don't anymore. I don't get a game. I got no game to play. So, see what happens if I quit the menu. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
That sucks.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do just want to admire the employee lounge. Look
The
how
lounge
nice
was
it is.
sublime,
Let's
a work of
go.
art.
I'd like to
But eager to get
actually
back to
figure out how
business,
this game
Stanley took the
ends,
first open
because
door
I
on
don't
his
know
left.
the true ending yet.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I found a thing, so I'm not gonna do that.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Oh, left. Huh. Does it have to be left?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, he's bullying me now.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
No problem, I can wait.
Now, let's see, we went...
Pop, pop. I can wait for you, bud. Don't
Down,
worry.
right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
There's my chat map showing up. There you go.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
That way? What's over there? What's over there? Whoa. What is this?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all
What
a
is
spoiler.
this?
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Where am
okay.
I? Where am I?
From
I'm
the top.
427. No. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All my coworkers
Stanley decided
are
to
gone.
go
I
to the
don't know.
meeting room.
What does it
Perhaps
mean?
he had simply missed a memo.
May have missed a memo.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Can I get through this one? No. I'll go through this one then. Oh, it's a maze. Oh, it's a fucking maze. Is it in here? Is it in here somewhere? Nope. Oh, I hate this thing so much. I hate this. Why'd I go down? I thought it'd be cool. I wanted to go down and see what happened. And now I'm stuck down.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I
This
can
is an
promise
awful
you
adventure,
there
I
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. Oh, there's just a black bar on my screen. He's not even talking.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see if it's fixed. Let's see if he fixed it. Nope. Now it has no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I have to go back. I don't wanna. I need to move the doors. Where is it? I hate mom. Why isn't it I hate mom? Oh, I hate Mondays. I thought it said I hate mom and I was so concerned. Don't hate your mother. Ooh. Knowing your city. I cannot read the rest. Because I am in fact a blind man.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
No, I'm pretty sure this is just a circle.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Glasses are coming off because I cannot see.
Now this...
I've never...
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
I don't think so.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
Sure
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Where am I?
Oh,
Let me
no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Hey!
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
That's mean.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, we're restarting.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'll try. Follow the line. Following the line. Following the line. Following the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
If you say so.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No, that's not right. Did I just fix it? I was trying to take it somewhere else. I don't remember it going that way. What the fuck?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Hey, that music
You won't
was
want to
not
miss
boring.
anything.
You are now just criticizing the narrator at any moment. I liked that music.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing up? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I was looking for me again. Line, help us.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction? Okay. We're wandering in this direction
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
This
Go
is
wild.
just the back room,
Use
sir.
your imagination.
This is just the
Whatever
back
it might
room.
be,
We're
Stanley,
in a circle.
I'm ready for it.
This is just the back rooms.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I love Line. Hello, Line. No, come back.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So...
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, James.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm feeling better.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Indeed I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
See if it's
Feeling
still
a
the
wave
confusion
of
ending.
disbelief,
Room
Stanley
closet.
decided to go
Let's
up to his
go!
boss. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I'm gremlining. Being a little gremlin. been in this. Bye, James. Go work on the vid. I want to see if he actually does just stay silent. We're gonna be here for like until the 1 hour mark hits in like 10 seconds. Why is he still quiet?
Coming to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I thought they was just gonna go quiet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his
I was
feet.
doing it wrong,
And
so
so
I
the boss
had
had
40
assigned it an
versus
extra secret pin number, 2845. But of
I got
course,
close.
Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I did. Down I go. Enjoy drawing hot women, I guess? What do I do now? Cause like...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Sure, I haven't actually seen what the actual ending of this game is, like if you listen to the narrator.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
427.
employee in the
That's
building.
me!
Stanley's
It's
co-workers.
427!
The lives of so many
I found me
individuals reduced
finally!
to images on a
I've been in this
screen.
room so many
And
times for the
Stanley,
confusion
one of them,
ending.
eternally monitored in this place where
I
freedom
actually
meant
missed what
nothing.
the confusion ending was saying. I would have done more of it, see if it would do the same thing or not. Oh, now I'm curious.
This
I'm gonna
mind
start
control
confusion
facility,
ending and
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
Why is
be
that
true.
one fired?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Let me out. Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. On or off? Should I turn it on or off? I think off is like what I'm trying to do, which is follow him and see what the actual ending is, because I don't know it. But then again, there's the on, which would be interesting to learn.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah, also that open door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
It's a cutscene
The
now.
feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
If you say so.
And Stanley was happy.
Okay. I was happy. Stanley happy. Beat the game! I didn't get that. I didn't get that one yet. Alright, we're gonna try to get confusion
Already
ending
this was
again.
uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? That's new text. That's new text.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct
That's
way to the
new
meeting
text.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
don't like
lounge
that.
first,
That's new
just to
text.
admire it.
New text.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business,
New text
Stanley
doesn't
took the
want
first
to.
open door on his left.
New text doesn't want to.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I want the confusion ending. I want to see if I can follow what it asked me to follow.
But Stanley didn't
continue
want to
the
go back to the
confusion
office.
ending. You see
He
the
wanted to
things
wander
and
about
then
and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
left.
From here, it's, Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, we went down right,
This
left,
one.
down,
It's this
left,
one. I know,
right.
I've done this.
Yep,
You don't
okay,
remember
okay,
it.
yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely,
Is it?
definitely this way.
What's weird about it? Moxie, what's weird?
No.
What's weird about my sound
This
balance?
isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
Oh, I'm
we'll
quiet?
just restart
Am
the
I?
game from the beginning.
Am I
And this
quiet?
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Am I quiet? I have my voice thing was, it said it was full. Is this better? Can you hear me now? Hello? Do I sound better now? Do I sound good? I hope so.
From the top.
From the top, apparently. Just in general. Like, the...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
May just
did you move
really
the story
loud.
somewhere?
How do I turn him down? I mean, I could turn down my desk audio if needed. Let's see if that's better.
Hold on. Well, I'm asking you. I'm the one who wrote the story.
Is that better now?
Here just a minute ago.
Turned
I know
desk
for sure
down.
it was here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure.
Let's
Come,
see,
Stanley.
let's see, let's see, let's see.
Find the story.
We're gonna go on this one now. I'm still quieter than the narrator? I don't know how. I don't know how to fix that one. Everyone, in inner guilt, everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. That is awful. Ah, it's okay, man. It's alright.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Move him a bit louder. Boom.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it
don't want
unlikely
to
that we'll ever
restart the
progress
game.
by starting
Restart the
over and
game,
over
yeah,
again.
might
But it's
need
got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I've
room.
heard that
Perhaps he had
statement so
simply
many
missed a
times.
memo.
I want to see how many different ways can I do this until I get bored of this game. Because, like,
Okay, yep, it's worse.
I'm currently doing
I
the
might be
exact
remembering
same
this wrong.
ending
It's
again to
possible
see
the
if I
story
can
is
make it
back
last
where we
longer
just
or if
came
that's
from.
the actual ending.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
But, like, are there other ways? We're gonna go back now. We're gonna go backwards, see if we can figure it out. Backwards, I hate Mondays. Going backwards. Go it.
Aha! I
This
knew
is
we'd
not
missed
backwards.
something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Is that
well.
correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh,
Did I?
No, I don't
Did I?
feel right about this at all. We
I don't
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Okay,
Some people
rude.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, we're restarting.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley
I love the
Parable
line. The
Adventure
line is one of my
Line.
favorite things.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
The line is the best. The line is the
You
best
see,
thing ever.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes. Put some music on. It's not just like a wall. Yes, because this wasn't here before and it confused the shit out of me and then it went away. So we're gonna go through that. Here, so shouldn't have been that fast. No, then it goes away. What? That's so weird.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Ooh, fern.
Stanley,
That fern.
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. I remember that fern and later in the story, I promise.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
Who's
you,
employee
after
fired?
everything we've been through, you... No, take this anymore. The hell with it. Restart.
Who's employee fired?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Um,
We're intelligent people,
I like
right?
the line.
Why can't we make up our own story?
I like
Something
line.
exciting, daring, mysterious.
I
This
like
all
line,
sounds
man.
perfectly doable. Why
I
don't we
enjoy it.
simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Alright, man. We'll go through the back rooms for you.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be
Yay.
anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
in a circle.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I don't have an imagination.
Oh, no,
I
not
have
you
a line.
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I love it so much, though. I don't want to just not acknowledge it. No. I like that line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
I can do that. I'll walk in
Okay,
circles.
so I know that each door has to lead somewhere,
I like
which
circles,
means that
please.
somewhere,
Now,
the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay. What does it say?
Oh,
You
hold on,
forget
what's
stuff
this?
previous restarts attempts to play the story, but
The
it's
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written
get
here on
bored
this,
and leave.
this thing.
Narrator restarts game
wall.
and the restart narrator is gone after
who
a long time.
consulted me? Why don't I get
So I
to
don't
decide?
think that I can.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
I'm just gonna... No.
I don't want it to be.
This is the ending, so and I've already done that one, so let's just...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
That one's new.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What I want is my mouse to not be...
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. It's not that he doesn't... He just does a lot of talking in that ending, and then it just sort of ends.
Stanley was so bad at following
I wanted to
directions,
see what it
it's
actually said
incredible he
because I
wasn't
didn't read
5
it the
years
last
ago.
time I did that ending. Warning, do not jump from cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lifts. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift. Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
So
off
I
on the
now
wrong foot here.
owe them
I'm not
7,000.
You really am
Because
not.
I've
I realize
misused
that
it.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, do it. Prove it. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Do it. Prove yourself.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But I don't wanna though. Because I really like the color blue. I'm gonna go color blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. I don't want the red door. I don't want you. Remove. Thank you.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Why can't I move? There we go.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you
I can't talk.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Office space. Sure.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
Orange.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Hi. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. I hate that.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Sure.
Let me boot it up.
Loading, loading, loading. Ah!
Baby crawls left.
There's a child.
Towards danger.
There's a
You click
child.
the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think
don't like
the
children.
art world will really take notice.
Don't like children.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard.
I don't like
Did you
children.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite
I
me?
don't
because
like
if it's the
children.
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
No
Oh,
problem.
hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have
We're
here?
gonna play someone else's game now.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Loading. This is just Minecraft.
Is this any better? At
Yes,
last, the
it
one
is
thing
so
you've
much
always
better.
desired.
I can't
A game I had
jump.
absolutely nothing to do with.
I
But
can't
is it
jump.
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Build it. Where are you?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
That's not a house. That is dirt.
See, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley.
It is
Look at
awful.
it. Gaze upon my work of art
It's
and
gross.
feel
It's
ashamed at your
disgusting.
own
As a
inadequacy.
Minecraft builder, I despise that.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
I
Isn't
hate
it
it.
perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything.
No!
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to
No!
go mining.
We don't! I disagree! I disagree!
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
No. Portal!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Portal!
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I'm missing the portal gun, aren't I? Oh no. I need to go over here.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Give me.
Your forte. Genius.
I like how it works like I have the gun.
No,
but I
actually, you know
don't.
what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
What? What? Where am I? Oh. What is this? 423? Can you help me? Hello? Hello? Why is this the only light that there is? What is this? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? What
I
is
wonder
happening?
what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos.
No, I
and
just
the
need you
fear
because
and
I
the
need some
confusion.
sort of
That's
noise
who
in the
I am.
background, and I
That
didn't,
is
and
what
I
I
also
mean
don't
to
have my
this
Spotify
world.
on.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back.
Because why would I
It is
have
on
my
the way.
Spotify on when my
Once
game
this
belongs to me?
ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I don't know what that means. But he's very quiet. The end is never the end. See, we got the paper again. And I don't know what that's for. What's the paper?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Is it to
mean?
acknowledge that it was
Stanley decided to
restarted
go
but
to the
still,
meeting
like,
room.
at the
Perhaps he had
energy?
simply missed a memo.
So I got this before and he literally never mentioned it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
I
not the
wanna
correct way
see.
to the meeting room.
I'm going
and
to do the
Stanley knew
exact
it
same thing I
perfectly
did
well.
before.
Perhaps he
but I'm
wanted to
going
stop
go
by
through
the
red
employee
door to
lounge
have it.
first, just to admire it. The lounge was
We're ready to see what
grand,
happens, but don't
majestic.
go through the
Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There's so many endings from just this section. Like there's so
Stanley
many
was
ways
so
I
bad
can
at following
go.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Fuck you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Danger,
Are you
danger
that
everywhere.
convinced that I
Yes.
want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Run,
I don't
run,
know how to
run,
convince
run,
you of
go.
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
We're gonna play
Let
the
me
game of
prove
how
that
many
I'm on
times?
your side. Give me a chance.
We're gonna
Now
play the
listen
game of how
carefully,
many,
this is
how
important.
long can
Stanley
we flip
walked
a plan
through the red door.
without just boring both himself and everyone
Oh,
else?
thank God you are willing to listen to me. You
Relax.
see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us,
You put
Stanley?
me in a circle.
I wanted to stop.
You've put me in
I
a
would-
circle.
We would both
Sir!
be so much
Sir,
happier
you
if we
circled me.
just stopped. And I think, well, I think I
You
have a
put
solution.
me in a circle.
Here, let me show you.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This place is very pretty. Oh, it's very blinding though, jeez. It's nice though. It's nice, pretty colors. The blue. Ooh! 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 Pretty colors! Pretty colors! Look at the pretty! Wow. Those are gone now. just gonna continue getting a light show. It's so pretty. I love this so much. This is just so pretty. I love it. Green. I like that color. It's a good color. Welcome back, Ink. Did you finish drawing your hot woman? So pretty. So pretty. I love colors. They're so pretty. Okay, I'm bored. I'm bored of this now. I'm not going back.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
If my mouse decides I can move. If my computer keyboard, please, thank you. One small step for Stanley, and one giant fucking mess up for Flipa. Please. Keyboard, why won't you let me back? Why won't you let me back? Hello? Hello? Keyboard. There we go. This keyboard. I hate it sometimes.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I don't want to stop moving. I like moving. I'll stop moving for like 5 seconds because I need to go grab something. But I don't want to stop moving. I like the movement. Movement is fun. Ah, shoot. I have grabbed Snacky. I have a Snacky now. They are pretty colors. They are very pretty colors. But I've been with the pretty colors for too long. It's time to leave now. If I can do that. My brain process how to leave.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. What are you doing, Stan? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So, what other endings are there? Because I have found a lot.
All of his co-workers were gone.
There's
What
still
could it
one that I
mean?
do want to see what
Stanley
what
decided to go
happened
to the
with.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Which means I'm gonna do the exact same thing I've done twice now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
I
to
started with
admire
the
it.
apartment ending. Did not intend to.
And here it was,
Didn't like
the
it.
lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I
Stanley
don't.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your
Why
side.
the what the
Give me a
fuck?
chance.
How many
Now,
endings
listen
have I
carefully,
found?
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
How many endings have I
Perhaps
found?
you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end
Like-
of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop.
How many have I already found? Because I've gone through so many, but I've also repeated some.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the
'Cause there's
entire
like,
story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a
There
lot of
was
time
the-
into it? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this
Oh,
is
you
what
just
wanted
swapped
to see.
letters. Okay,
Help
or
me
numbers.
here,
Cool.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game
'Cause I've
better?
done so
What
many
did you want to
endings.
see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me
There's
absolutely
42
nothing
endings.
so
How
far.
many have I done?
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the
How
dark
can I
at a
do
new
more?
design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
supposed to
I'm
anyway.
going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. All three. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you
No.
feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
It isn't.
Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a
Should I
lovely
save the
opportunity
baby
to
this
give it
time
some
or at least
playtesting.
try?
You
Because
wouldn't
last
mind
time
taking
I
a look
just
at it, would
hid
you?
from it because I don't like
Let me
children.
boot it up.
I don't like babies. They're terrifying.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Should I save
and
the
if he
child?
reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very
Should I save the
mean
child?
all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
Should I save the child?
confronting the demands of family life. I think the artwork...
I'll try to
will
save the
really
job,
take
see if anything
notice.
changes.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
I'll play it
So
for 4
why
hours,
don't
sure.
you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No, but I already did that, because I don't like children. I'm just gonna look away from it so I don't even have to see its existence. I can't deal with that sound anymore. I can't deal with that sound anymore.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the
I hate
experience
babies.
for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At
Yes.
last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
The only other
Well, I'll
game
say
I've ever
this.
streamed.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
You are awful at building.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need?
He sucks at building houses.
Of course, and just to finish it all off... Yes, it's complete. I made it, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's...
Yes, he is
We
serious,
must
and then he wants to
rebuild
make it out of diamond.
Diamond. Diamond everything.
He wants
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
diamond
Come on,
house.
Stanley. We
He
have
is
to get
the
right.
worst Minecraft builder ever. He is very serious, Inc., and it sucks. Whee.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope. I didn't
Oh,
bring
no,
a single
no,
light
no,
switch.
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
Portal.
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
He doesn't like Minecraft. He doesn't like it. He's a Minecraft hater.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Let's find out what Portal is about. I've definitely not played this game before. Definitely not played all the games that he's listed. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me the cube. Give me the cube. Give me the cube. Give me the cube.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Boo.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here.
Why are you leaving me?
You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons.
It wasn't the companion cube. The companion cube has a heart.
Making meaningful
That one was just a normal
contributions
cube.
to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made.
Hat.
The thought won't last long.
Hat.
Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I
I
sincerely
never actually
hope that
heard his
everyone
entire
lives
monologue
happily
for this
ever
part.
after.
Because I kind of already fell into the hole. But yeah, if you fall into the hole, I fell into another hole immediately after. That one wasn't intentional. Actually, neither of them were. I just fell into holes by accident. I like going on circles, and the circles happen to be holes. So, oh, no, you just fall. No. They go, I'll go this way. That way. Go this way. Come this way. And this way. Oh. That's the light. Which means da 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 da. I got on the wrong side of the door. Wah. Okay. This sure is fun. Look how fun this is. Okay, we leave now, because that's 427. We don't need 427. Because I've already done that one. I've done that one, and I've done the confusion one twice.
Man in his own story. Well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
The end is never the end, is never the end, though. Yeah, the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What other ways can I do
Stanley
this
decided to go
bullshit?
to the
Let's
meeting
go!
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is there something I could do in the apartment one? Or does it have to be... Because it said that they changed it, that
When
there
Stanley
wasn't...
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
I've already... What is with
But
you and
eager
just
to
singing
get
that
back
in
to
text?
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, then. I've been banned from the broom closet.
Coming to a
I know
staircase,
that. I'm pretty sure that
Stanley
this is
walked
magic,
upstairs to his boss's
right?
office.
If I go the opposite direction of the boss's office.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he
What
began to make
happens
other
if you
strange
do the right
observations.
thing after doing the
For
wrong
example,
thing? I don't know.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's a big
And for
question.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I'm stuck.
No,
I'm
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
What if you go back to your office?
This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Well, I mean, I
relief
can't
Stanley
anymore.
felt to have finally found an
I don't know if
answer,
you can
an
go back to the
explanation.
office, can you?
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't
Because
going
I
to
doubt
lose
that
his
that's
job.
an
He
ending, like
wasn't
going
crazy
back,
after
because
all.
you can't
He
exactly,
thought to himself,
you can't
"I suppose
exactly
I'll wake
go
up
back.
soon. I'll have to go back
I'm
to
just
my
ignoring
boring
Ink
real-life
at this
job
point.
pushing
Ink is
buttons.
just saying
I may as well
and-
enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
We'll kill your husband or your wife.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the
I have
strangest
already
question
sang
of
the
them all
entire
entered
song,
Stanley's
and
head.
you are still
While he was
on,
amazed he hadn't
like,
asked himself sooner.
the fifth
Why
fifth
is there a
line.
voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I've never had that.
Now the voice
Because
was
I don't have
describing
an internal
itself being
monologue.
considered by Stanley.
So I don't
who found
have,
it
like, a
particularly
narrator that
strange.
talks to
I'm
me.
dreaming about a voice describing
Which is
me,
probably why I
thinking
just
about how
talk
it's
like I'm
describing my
talking
thoughts,
to a
he
stream,
thought.
no matter
And
what.
while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke
Like,
to all
especially
people
in, like,
their
my
dreams,
room,
the
I'll
truth was
just
that, of
talk
course,
to myself.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving
You are
himself?
skipping parts of the
Believing
song
that if
now.
he's
You
asleep,
just
he
randomly
doesn't
just
have to
went,
take
we'll even let you
responsibility for himself.
keep the knife.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's
You
ever been
skipped
in
parts
his
of the
life.
song.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
I have not actually
he
been
observed
listening to
the
what
other
he's
day
saying.
That this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice
Now you're
explain all
repeating
that?
lines you've
This
already
voice
said.
was a part
Ink,
of himself
what the
too.
heck are you
surely,
doing?
surely, if he could just, he would prove it. He
Don't
would
put the
prove that he
smile.
was
You're
in
confusing
control,
your. You
that
feel
this
like you're
was a
confusing
dream.
yourself more.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Or I
He
can't move
felt the
anymore.
cool weight of the blanket on his stomach, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me
We
wake
want
up.
somebody gunning. You don't
he
want to
said
take
to
too long to call the
I'm through
immediate
with this
murder
dream.
professionals.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
We do our
I
job
want
so
my
well
apartment,
because we come
and my
up
wife,
from hell.
and my job. All I want is
Do
my
I have a
life
wife? I don't think I
exactly
have
the
a
way
wife.
it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am not normal.
Everything
I
will
hate to
be
tell you this,
fine.
man.
I am okay.
I, in fact, took an hour just to Photoshop the fact that I'm going to play another game. I also took an
Stanley
hour
began screaming.
making this thumbnail.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella. That's a pretty name.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
I'm never in control
I
of my
know
mind.
what is real and what isn't.
I
It was
don't.
comforting to think this.
I've been
and in
playing
a
this
certain
game for
way,
2 hours.
Seeing this man
That's a
made her
fun
feel
fact.
better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Fun.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Fun. What other endings can we get? Let's go!
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did,
We saw that Stanley's wife wasn't real. Remember? We saw that Stanley didn't actually have a
When
wife.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
I'll
on his
enter the door
left.
on my left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Did you get
Coming
the
to a
broom
staircase,
tossed ending?
Stanley
The broom
walked
tossed
upstairs
ending
to
is
his
my
boss's
favorite.
office.
Wrong way. God, don't do
The
that.
moment he
James.
entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
L.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Quit spamming my chat, James. Quit spamming my chat.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
You're spamming my chat. I'm going to try to get at least
Stanley walked
a
straight ahead
lot
through
of
the large
them.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna see what happens if I push the on button. We're gonna see the on button ending. Let's go. On button ending time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have
I'm
the
gonna try.
strength to
Definitely
find
gonna
out?
try. Let's see how many endings I can get. I don't actually know. I haven't been keeping track of how many endings I have. Oh, I need to push the button. Right.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
fired?
bore the number of an
Who's that fired?
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced
Why are
to
there two of
images
these
of a
right there?
screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored
But
in
no
this
one's
place
there.
where freedom meant nothing.
And some people are at home. Still no one's there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all
I
this
don't
time?
know if there's a
Was this the
list.
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions
All I
had
know
been
is the end is never
manipulated
the
to
end. It's
accept
never
it
the end. It's
blindly?
never the end. I know the ones
No.
that I've done.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. his own life in someone else's
I've done a lot of
control. Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
There is a lot that
Had
I've
he
done.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Let me out. Thank
But
you.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded
Why
from this
is
very
this even a
place.
hole?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible
Online.
power
It's
over
online time.
another human life. For he would dismantle the
Ah.
controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
No. I just wanted to see what
Stanley,
happens.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
I just want to push all the 5 buttons.
These colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I look over at chat and Ink's just saying random bullshit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ink, are you okay?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, fair. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh. Oh, he's getting bored of doing this. Oh, he's getting bored of doing this. I didn't even push the buttons anymore. I decided that this was happening. What? It doesn't usually load for that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do I want to, though?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
How are there 42 endings to this?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley
I
still
don't see how
had
there's
every
42
opportunity to
endings to
turn
this.
around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
How the fuck is there 42 endings to this?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
How are there
he
42
reflected that his life
endings?
had been of no consequence
How are there
whatsoever.
42 endings?
Stanley
Since I know I did
couldn't
this
see the
one.
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped
I did the
forever in his
apartment.
narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death
Did
would have
anything
been
happen?
lost, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
Yep.
killing him instantly.
And now I'm down here. To see the Stanley Parable. If I can move. Which would be nice. Back to the arms. Thank you.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
He always was. Let me move forward, please. Please. Let me move forward. I like moving forward. A war zone? Melee development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become a sentient and would wage war against the narrator. After starting to build it, that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people misinterpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Like going to say, gee, maybe it isn't the same image, but what was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? There's so many like little itty bitty words. That's just back upside down. It's overwhelming. I'm pretty sure that is from the apartment. Was the clock there before? Dang, what is this? Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we sent out. We asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had intentionally planned to use these further in promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. 1, howdy GRP, not spam. Okay. How do I leave again? Because I've left this place before. There it is. There's the exit. I don't like how silent it is.
Oh, look at these two. How
Stop
they wish to destroy one
singing
another.
songs in my
How
chat,
they wish to
please.
control one another.
Stop this.
How they both wish to be free.
You singing songs in my chat.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Well, stop singing songs in
No,
general, please.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Because you keep singing songs. That's the
Listen
second
to
time
me.
said
You
it.
can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press
Press
quit.
escape.
There's no other way.
Quit. And now I'm gonna begin the game again. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Let's see what other ways we can go. Narrator? Hello?
When Stanley came to a
Okay,
set
there
of
we
2
go.
open doors, he entered the door on his
That's
left.
right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Who's she? What do you mean?
It was
The other
okay.
narrator? The blue text?
But eager to get back
If
to
she'll- I
business,
don't know.
Stanley took the first open door on his
She
left.
just suddenly took over. When Stanley was
Stanley
about
was
to
so
die.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
She was,
years
like,
ago.
More powerful than narrator himself.
Look, Stanley,
so
I
don't
think
know.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Ow.
Someone you've forgotten
My neck
about.
hurts.
Please,
I've been
stop
told
trying to
it
make
in
every
one
decision
direction
by
sometimes.
yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, there's another her.
This is it,
Time
Stanley.
to meet my
Your
definitely
chance to
real
redeem
wife.
yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I get it.
That's her, Stanley.
Picked up the phone. I'm still 427.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh.
Why is there bread in the oven?
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving
His
wife?
wife was a
They
lie.
want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point
Like
here,
Portal,
Stanley.
the cake is a
I'm
lie,
trying to get you to
That's the
see
wife
something.
now.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, then. I'm
This is a
inside
very
now and I
sad
cannot
story
leave.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
No, I don't think I will. I refuse. I don't want to. Will anything happen if I don't do anything? Will anything happen if I don't do anything, or do I need to? Oh, fine.
Stanley is quite a boring
Run
fellow.
away.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes,
is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Couch.
Now he's pushing a
My
button.
couch.
Now he's eating lunch.
My
Now he's
couch.
going home. Now
My
he's coming back
couch.
to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's...
I'm actually gonna do something. I'm gonna click to menu. I'm gonna do that again, but see if I cannot go into the apartment.
This-
And there's paper this
All
time.
of his co-workers were gone. What
Why
could
is
it
there
mean?
just paper in
Stanley
every once in a
decided to go
while?
to the meeting
I
room.
don't understand
Perhaps he had
this.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a
understand
set
the
of two
paper.
open, this was not the correct way to the meeting
I
room.
feel like I'm
and Stanley
slowly
knew it
going
perfectly
insane.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
I've gone
just to
down these
admire it.
hallways over and over and over and over and over again. Always getting the
okay.
same endings.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
We're
open
just
door on
getting
his
more
left.
and more confused.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
I feel like I'm
neglecting,
going insane.
Stanley.
My head is hurting
Someone
by
you've
all the
forgotten
colors that have
about.
happened.
Please, stop
This
trying
is
to make
fun.
every decision
I'm
by
having
yourself.
fun.
Now, I'm not asking
I'm
for
having
me.
so much fun right now.
asking for
Oh my
help.
goodness.
This is it, Stanley.
Don't throw your
chance to
phone
redeem yourself.
again. You've
To
already
put
done
your
that enough
work
times.
aside.
Today
To let
alone.
her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me
I
double
found
check.
a new one.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Hi.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've
I'm
been
not
able
a
to
real
make
person,
correct
I
and
gotta
incorrect choices. And to
tell
think
ya.
I've been letting you run
What do you
around
mean,
in this
finally?
game for
I
so
found
long.
other
If you'd
endings.
made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that
Love
kind
you
of risk
too,
on my
narrator.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend
I'm
years
Stephen now.
helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
I would
Which
set
choice
fire
would
to
you
every
make?
orphan.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person
Fish.
who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then
I don't
provide
make
an
sense.
excuse why you
I
cannot
don't make
continue
sense.
talking.
Does that mean I'm not real?
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What am I practicing?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
I'm not real.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, If you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome
Where
back.
am I?
You
Why
may
is
have
there exits
noticed
everywhere?
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. I'm going this way. Oh, they put things so I can't fall off, huh?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would
It's
make
also
no
keeping
sense
me
at
from
all.
going over there.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets
Keeping
any
me from
worse.
all the other
Unfortunately,
endings.
it seems this place is not well equipped to
I'm
deal
just
with
allowed to do this
reality.
one. Which one's the... No, that's the one. Where am I going? Where am I going? First time I've been able to go back. Like, actually. It's genuinely letting me go backwards. What the fuck is happening? Why am I...
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
One of them. I have to? Is it still gonna be glitched? Why has he stopped talking? Why has he stopped talking to me?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. Oh, I couldn't live that way.
How do I get up
Is
these
it better to
stairs?
shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Ah! No! Ah! The game is shut down! It was shut down!
Oh! I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it gonna be saved? It's saved.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
It's not letting me
Stanley
do any
walked
decisions.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not being gifted any sense of decision. Whoa.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in
just a panda with a
disbelief
gun
who
pointed at his
orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I'm speaking code. I already forgot what he said the code was. Hold on, my microphone is falling off. I can't let that happen. Oh shoot. No, don't.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
My microphone doesn't though, because it's trying to fall. Rip off Amanda?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial
I am
step.
fixing my microphone so it doesn't fall, Dick.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
My
the
microphone.
kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak.
Because I already got
Say
that
something
ending.
to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Let me fix my microphone. Why are you being like this? I have completely
Stanley, this is important.
My armed microphone is now just off the...
need you to make a decision. It cannot
Off
exist
where I was
without
holding
you.
it.
Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together.
Wait, why
I'll
is there
accept
credits
whatever you
rolling?
do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
What do you mean rip off Amanda the Adventurer? This came out before Amanda.
Anything
Like, way before Amanda.
important than you can
This
ever
came out
know.
in 2023. Amanda came out in, I do believe,
Story
2022.
makes it.
No, this came out in 2013. What am I
You
saying?
hear me?
This came out, Amanda came out in like 2022, 2023, wasn't it?
Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
I've got the microphone. It's
Decide.
just...
Time to make sure your choice is correct.
Help
That
me.
is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
This microphone microphone doesn't like me. Stanley will continue to figure out where his coworkers have gone as soon as I get my microphone set up again. Come on. Why are you such a struggle now?
Stanley knew that the correct way to do this was to do right-tighty-righty, lefty-loosey.
I was struggling. I was struggling the righty-tighties, lefty-loosies. There we go. It's on. The microphone is back. The microphone has returned. Haha.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? What? Narrator, are you good? You've been, like, changing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Am I the only one that's concerned about what's happening to the narrator? Like his
Yet
intro
there was not a single person here
sentence is
either.
changing
Feeling
every
a wave
time.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I have done this pathway so many times. I don't know. I feel like I'm going insane.
Here's the door, just go.
You okay, man? What the fuck? Why is he so just like... What's happening to him? What is happening to narrator? Like... Why do I have my mouse?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I've done this so many times.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
He loved
Was this the
going
only reason he was
through the
happy
door
with
on
his
his left, I
boring
guess.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Pirate.
own life
Why
in
is it
someone
pirate?
else's control? Never. It was
I was just
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it
Employee
even
blank.
possible?
I don't like the
Had he
flashing
truly
lights. They
spent
don't
his
have to
entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I want to push all 5 buttons. Like, in order. Push all 5. we're just gonna turn it off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his
Need to see something. Need to see something. Not all caps. Stanley. Yeah. Okay. What's up? I can't think of any new ways. How do I get all the endings?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
There are so many endings.
Was it over?
Favorite vocalist? What do you mean by that?
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
What do you mean by favorite vocalist?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
to play this game until
but
I
happiness.
get
Perhaps
bored
his
of
goal
it and
had
don't
not
wanna
been to
play it anymore.
understand,
And
but
that
to
is
let go.
starting to.
No longer would
Okay.
anyone tell him where to go,
That issue has
what to do,
started to
or how to
come
feel.
to me. The whole I don't
Whatever
want to
life
deal
he
with
lives,
this.
it will be his. And that was all he
So I'm
needed
thinking,
to know. It was perhaps
what
the
if-
only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I played another game, like after this.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new
I have
path
no clue.
before him. This was exactly the way,
I don't exactly have
right
a favorite.
now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I don't know if I ever have a favorite. I just.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stop talking. You shouldn't be talking. I don't want to end live yet, but I also am done with the Stanley Parable bullshit. I have played this game so much that I can't. I just, there's so much. There's so much of the game. I think I might end stream. We've played for a good 2 hours. I think this is a good time to end, so thank y'all for coming in. I'm sick of playing this game. It has completely destroyed me. I despise it. And thanks for hanging out. Bye.